Redditors with the same name as your father, how did you react to the realization that your mom has probably screamed your name during sex? Lamau, you think my mom and dad had sex? Get out of here with that nonsense. My grandfather, dad, and brother share the same name. I'll definitely bring it up next family function. /checks diary / oh, the biannual gangbang. Could be worse. I have the same first name as my wife's father. I always wonder about this. I feel like I could never date someone with the same name as an immediate family member. 23 years. 23 years of bliss, and now I have to live with this knowledge. I had spent 45 years never once having this thought. Die in a fire op. Joke's on you, kid, my mother never screams my father's name, just other names. I really didn't need to hear this, thanks op. Well, if they didn't before, now they do. Broken arms intensifies. How many people do this? My words include things like yes, oh god, harder or slower. I don't think I've ever said anyone's name. I have nothing else to go on, so I'm curious. Ditto, I'm a woman and I don't know if I've ever used my partner's name during sex before. In general, I don't really use people's names that much unless I'm referring to them, introducing them to someone, or urgently need to get their attention. So for anyone upset by this post, it's possible she hasn't done that. On the other hand, my boyfriend has definitely said my name during sex, so who knows. This isn't relevant to me, but thanks for giving me a new way to disturb my brother. Edit, my highest rated comment is about causing my brother psychological distress with an undoubtedly true fact about our parents' sex life. Somehow this seems fitting. Disturb him further by letting him know you have also screamed his name during sex. I didn't this problem, but it makes you think that some interesting things have happened. Like parents going at it, she shouts name, kid hears and yells what? Mom, I'm coming. Kid panics and starts hiding his weed. These comments are fucking gold. This has made my day. I think I'm the only one who will be thanking op. I'm getting hated for stating the truth. Oh god. So your mum screamed I'm on the edge? WTF is your problem? Omg. Oh god. Well, I am done with the internet today. Thank you for destroying my imagination of a world without that thoughts. I went my whole life without thinking this thought. I don't like this thought. You are a bad person and should feel like a bad person. My dad is dead, my mom has dementia. Phone calls and visits can be terrifying. When my granny was balls deep into dementia, she would tell my dad he was handsome, but one time she just kept talking about his ears and it was excruciating to watch. My sister and I tried to joke about it later and he was like, please literally never bring that up again. Dementia is a wild ride, hang in there bud. You just gotta love them while you can. I didn't. Shit, that means she's also moaned my grandpa's name, my great-grandpa's too, apparently. Your mom banged your grandpa and great-grandpa? That's really fucked up. I'm more worried about a partner who shares the name with my mother. My ex-husband married a woman with the same name as his dog and that always cracked me up. Not relevant to myself, but I've got some friends who need to be traumatized. Thanks op. Thanks. I hate it. I'm named after my father for first, middle, and last, and my friends make sure to make as many jokes as possible. As with most things in life at this point, I'm pretty numb to it, I just try not to think about it. I even join in on the jokes sometimes. And GT, I'm named after my father for first, middle, and last, and my friends make sure to make as many jokes as possible. As with most things in life at this point, I'm pretty numb to it, I just try not to think about it. I even join in on with dad sometimes. FTFY. I never have before, you fucking cunt. You really just fucked up my day lol. Do people really scream names during sex? Like the actual name? I've never had anyone actually say my name /suicide bywords. Now some of you just wanna see the wood burn. Dude. Shut your whore mouth up. What's worse is we named both our boys after me, so this just got weird. Is your name George Foreman? r/shower thoughts, post this before someone steals this. Posted it there first, didn't get approved. Apparently it goes against their rules. My son was born 15 days ago. I made him a junior. I never even thought of this. Thanks lol. My dad, my grandpa, and my great-grandpa all share the same first name with me, but it doesn't affect me since I go by my middle name instead. I've never thought of this and now I'm mildly disturbed. I hope the next pair of socks you put on is slightly damp. I have the same name as my grandfather. Thanks for this. That's the best part. r/hol up. Reacting to it right now. I'm fine with it. She didn't mean me. Never have thought of this. Fuck you. Or else she just called him Big Daddy or something. What if your mom calls you Big Daddy too? I'm staring at 40 and thought had never crossed my mind. So my reaction is, fuck you up. Go to hell you fucking bastard. Also, I got a nice cold chill up my spine. Prick. I just turned 40 and the thought never crossed my mind. Not nearly as bad as when I realized that my grandmother probably did the same with my grandfather, also same name. I repress this intrusive thought with the memories of girls screaming my name, so it is alright, the universe has returned into a balanced state. I think that shouting daddy was more likely in this scenario. Don't ask me why I believe this, I don't want to think about more Freudian shit today. Your question is enough for at least a month, thanks op. Yeah. I hope she just called him daddy. Wait. The reaction can't be too bad, especially once you realize the worse reality that any girl you're with may end up screaming your father's name during sex. Is it common for women to scream their partner's name during sex? It's never happened to me, but maybe I don't have enough experience. You my friend. Fuck right off. Never ever have I thought about this till now. You're a cunt. I fucking hate you op. Haha, this is one of the best sentences written. Well played op. This is precisely the reason why my partner won't get any of our kids named after him. Imagine screaming out his name and the child coming in the room at night all bleary-eyed. Mommy, what's wrong? Why are you calling me? Nope 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 nope. Bonus points if your name is Jesus. My dad goes by the shortened version and my mom has never once called me by that, so I'm good. Oh shit, I'm the fourth though. My grandparents I'd about. Given that I have the same name as my father, and my wife has the same name as my mother, I try really hard not to think about this. And your wife will scream your father's name during sex. Enjoy that. I honestly hadn't, until just now. Time to uninstall the internet. Now frown. This simply never occurred to me before now, but now I'm laughing hilariously at the idea. Thanks op. Gonna ask my dad how he feels about her shouting my name. Do people really say their partner's names during sex? Because I've had a whack of sex and that's not something that has ever crossed my mind to say. Like, they're right there, they know their name, I don't need to say it. Yes. I don't know op, how does it feel to know that your mom has screamed my name during sex? I would scream from disappointment also. Come on man. Jesus. I never occurred to me until you fucking said it. Thanks for the thought, I fucking hate it. Edit, it further occurred to me this happened with 2 people. I'm the fucking third. Oh joy. Confused face. Think I am safe. Our name is Stanley. I don't think anyone has ever screamed Stanley. In the heat of passion. Oh Stanley steamer, clean my carpet. Thank you op, I know now not to name any future children a junior. For 1, I doubt she's screaming junior. 2, I've walked past their room and heard my mom scream, daddy. Now, my dad is a daddy, but her dad is also a daddy. And, was her daddy first? So, all that awkward weight is really on her shoulders. Well, I made it 30 years without ever thinking about that. Well played op. I hate you. Found Satan's Reddit account. I'm just going to pretend I didn't read this. I never thought Abu this. I was like ew, then I was like gross, and then I was like no. Gets me hard as a fucking rock. Kinky yet disturbing. Literally didn't realize until now, so thanks for that, Dick. My reaction is that of disgust, since I am the third, so my grandmother has likely done the same. Damn. This is going to be one of those things that can't go back in the box. I can never not have read this. I wasn't thinking that until you made me. Thanks, I hate IT. I haven't up to now. Thanks for the mental image, asshole, lol. Jealous am I right, guys? Gonna tell this to my brother and GT D. Need for changing first name intensifies. Sounds pretty hot. Wow, you had to do it to me, op. I always heard her scream her own name. I've never thought of it until now, so thanks for that. You know, exactly this question applies to my best mate from school. Were it not for the fact his mum died some years ago, I would be so tempted to ask him. I am the 5th person in a row with the exact same name, and you have ruined that fun fact for me. Lamau. My dad goes by his middle name, which is also my first name. I could have gone the rest of my life without thinking this. Thanks op, you dick. In Spain we have the myth of the butane deliveryman. Butane used to be distributed by hand, with deliverymen driving from block to block and then unloading the heavy tanks themselves, sometimes even bringing them up the stairs before moving to the next block. You know, strong tough guys going door to door, being greeted mostly by housewives. I don't look, act or think much like my dad at all. I want to think I'm part of the legend. Made it almost 20 years without thinking about that till now, so thanks for that. Wow. Thanks for that. You son of a bitch. I just realized this and now I want you gone. I'm 37 and I just thought of this last year for the first time when I saw it on Reddit. I prayed I would never see it asked again. I go by my middle name, and so this isn't a problem. Well fuck, I'm 43 years old and never thought of that until now. Thanks. Thank you Reddit, I never thought of that, nor do I ever want to again. I puked. I was around 12 or so when the realization came to me and I was immediately spewing my guts. My mom asked me about it, and I couldn't even look at her. I just went to my room and didn't come out for the rest of the night. How I reacted once I found this out. I downvoted this post. LOL. Have an upvote. You magnificent bastard. The hellscape this is created is fantastic. Well, I was named after my uncle. Oh. How can I delete someone else's post? I don't share a name with my father, but my brother does. I'll make sure to ask him this next time I see him. There's a lot of hate in here, but as someone who is just enjoying some schadenfreude, I love you op and LT3. Reverse card, how do you feel about your wife calling out your dad's name during sex? Never thought of it, asshole. My partner has the same name as me, nothing more self-affirming than screaming your own name during sex. Well yeah. That's how 7 years old me walked in on them after all. It was like midnight or something, sleepy me thought I was being called man. Donald Trump Jr. Not as weird as her screaming his father's name. I'm speechless in experiment 3. This is why I go by a different name. And GT? F you op, D. I'm actually a female with my dad's name, so I might not be as bothered by this, but I do think it's odd that our name is tattooed on her ass lol. Or maybe what's worse, now that you've posted this, men who are named after their father will think of their own father every time their girl screams their name during sex. I'm suddenly realizing why my mom has always called me by my middle name. A part of me just died inside and I want you to know that. Or that your girlfriend has screamed your dad's name during sex. Requisite similar but not at all similar story. I'm named after my grandfather and it's a pretty unusual name. The name is weird enough that I've only met a handful of people with it my whole life. When he passed, I was at my grandfather's funeral and the preacher was saying that one taco short was a wonderful man and, now that he's dead, one taco short will be missed by his family. Seriously freaked me out. Can we start a petition to ban op? I told her to scream louder. Well, that's enough internet for today. Goodbye. I went almost 40 years without ever thinking about this fact. Thanks a lot, jackass.